This is the new Chery Tiggo 8, and it could be a bit like the smartphone moment. You know, in the past, phones are all about making a phone call. Now though, the phone call bit is really less relevant. It's all about the smart features, and that could be the case with this car. It's all about the features, the look and the price, and less so about the drive, because these days, do people really care so much about the sensation of driving? Anyway, in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this car, talk you around the design, I'm expecting the car to do a little fast, like show you the inside, and here is a Mercedes-like feature. Look, I'm going to check out some of its tech. Wouldn't it be easy if it just had a knob to twiddle? I'm going to see how practical it is. I'm also going to see how good it is to drive. Oh, and of course, I'm going to tell you some good things about it. Oh yeah, that's lovely. And some bad things about it. I'm Matt Watson, and you're watching Carwow. Let's start off this video by talking about the design of the Chery Tiggo 8. Now, car's looks are so important as to whether it's going to be a sales success or not, and this car looks good. And in some ways, I think the fact that it's a relatively unknown brand helps it. You see, most people won't recognise that badge, so they won't have any prejudice against it. They'll just look at it and think, do I like the look of the car or not? And actually, it looks quite expensive. Anyway, let's walk around the side. Oh, real air vents there, that's good. Now, every single car pretty much has the same design, regardless of what trim you go for. They all have 19-inch alloy wheels, though the design of them does change slightly. But they all get the satin roof bars, the chrome surround. The only option on this particular car is this green paint. They have poppy-outy door handles. I'll just pop them in, so they lie in flush like that, and when you go to get in, you can actually make it so you get close to the car and the doors will actually open automatically for you. I'm not a fan of these door handles. It's a bit like pulling on someone's finger. It's a bit weird.
Pull my finger.
Enough of that, let's move to the back. Right, so once again from the rear, it's a good looking car, and people go, well, Chery, I don't know what that is. Why have they spelt it wrong? Surely it's double R. But there is one thing that I find a little bit offensive. Can you guess what it is? Right, I'm going to use the Carwow stick of truth to illustrate. It is this. The fakest of fake exhaust pipes. I think Chery, who've clearly got inspiration from some other manufacturers with the design of this car, forgot to check that people at Audi have now stopped doing this kind of nonsense. I mean, look at it, it's just terrible, isn't it? I'll tell you what's not terrible though, the price. It will blow your mind. The Chery Tiggo 8 is a big, posh-looking 7-seater, but it starts from just under £29,000. That's almost exactly the same as an entry-level Volkswagen Golf. And if you prefer a plug-in hybrid, the Tiggo 8 Super Hybrid costs from under £34,000. Both cars come with lots of standard kit, but I reckon it's worth paying the extra £3,000 for a top specification Summit model, because you get lots of upgrades, including a sunroof, ambient lighting, and heated and ventilated seats in both the front seats and the middle row. And this is a very rare feature at this price point. Considering the price of this car, the interior is quite epic. I mean, it feels like a premium car in here. There are certain touches that are Mercedes-like, such as these speakers, the shape of this door panel. The material, actually, this leatherette material, apparently this is real leather on the steering wheel. The drive select, that's very Mercedes, and the quality of it's nicely damped, way better than in modern BMWs, to tell you the truth. In fact, all the materials feel really, really, really nice and solid. It's only when you go lower down that it gets scratchy, but that's the same with modern Audis and Mercedes and everything, really. It really is really good. And this car has impressive tech. So this screen is beautiful, it's responsive, and it's reasonably easy to navigate, just how they lay everything out. So I'll just put it on the navigation quickly so you can see how it zips around. I'll actually let you have a demonstration very quickly of Android Auto later in the video. Other things, like you can just quickly press that, go into the car menus by going into settings like that, and it's all quite logical, and you've got stuff like ambient lighting and all this kind of stuff. You can figure so much stuff with this car. And then you've got this digital driver's display here. It doesn't have loads of information on it, but it's got enough on it, and you get a heads-up display as well. Seating position, it's pretty good, fully adjustable, and you can jack the seats quite high as well, which is handy if you're tall, so you feel like you're really sitting up high. I like the way that you're separated from the passenger. It feels expensive and sporty. And here is a Mercedes-like feature. Look, the way you have the armrest that actually opens, so you can have it down like that. It's also cooled in there, it's a reasonable size. You've got two deep cup holders there, and you've got your wireless charging pad there on that side, and that doesn't actually charge. But look at this, 50-watt wireless charging, and it's cooled as well. There's some quick controls for the climate here, so you can just press that to turn the air conditioning, or put it onto auto, or demist the windscreen, or to the back window, which is handy. Turn it off, there's more storage down here. What's a bit bizarre though is that you have something for everyone here, right? Because you've got a USB old school and a more modern USB-C. Don't know why they're fitting the USB there, to tell you the truth. I was looking for a 12-volt socket, but there isn't one there. Weird. they've dispensed with it. Okay, here there's, look at this, where is it, come here, there's a little hook for hanging things off, and then you have an okay size glove box. Door bins though are massive, look, big bottle, fit in there quite nicely. Door handle's fine. Feels like a premium car in here, to tell you the truth. In fact, if you want to compare it to a proper premium car, check out my in-depth video review of the Volvo XC90. Click on the pop-out banner up there, or scan the QR code on screen now. See if you think that is really much better in terms of the interior design than this. Here in the middle row of seats, there is plenty of room. Look, loads of knee room. Headroom is impressive. The seats are comfy, the bases are deep. You do have the batteries underneath the floor, but the seats are raised up enough that there's decent under thigh support. This seat is quite low and I can still squeeze my feet underneath it. There's plenty of foot space. I am very happy with this, and look, you can slide the seats forward and backwards. And look, you can, bloody hell, that's comfy. Now, shall we try it with 3 in the back at once? Come on then, everybody in. Here we all are, all together, 3 men in the middle row. It's, your headroom's fine, your knee room's fine, shoulder room is a little bit tight, but we could put up with this. In the centre seats, well, I've just showed everyone my crotch, awkward. The centre seat is reasonably comfy as well. Should we get out now? That's enough, we've done the demo. So, one other thing I can show you is this. Look, you can move the front passenger seat forward here, if you want to, when you're in the back, which is handy. If you're fitting a baby seat, should we fit a baby seat? Because look, Isofix anchor points, very easy to get to. I'm just going to whiz round and fit it on. Come on then. Okay, here we go, 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 here we go. Up. How easy was that? And look, so much room. So much room. Here we go, let's get this out of the way. Right, I want to show you this as well. So we've got seated heats, also known as heated seats, on the outer seats. A little weird storage area there. Focus on the seat backs. Big door bins. Windows that don't go all the way down, unfortunately. I'm thinking, oh, there they are. The charging ports. They're once again USB-C and old school USB. We have an armrest there with some cup holders, but this is the bit we really need to test, the very back seats. Let's do it. To get into the back, pull this lever, seat slides forward. Now, I'm going to need you here, James, I'm going to need you here. If you just pop round this side, Lewis, you might need to help here. We need to just pull that seat, that's it, so everyone can see what's going on. Right, come on then, matey boy, get yourself in. You in? Yeah. Right, can you move yourself a little bit forward, because knee room's a tad what's that like? Have you got enough knee room?
That's all right, yeah.
You happy?
Yeah.
Do you want to recline a bit more? You could recline a bit more, can you? Yeah, that'll do. Look at that. So, right, look, I've got enough knee room. I'm not like with my bottom on the floor, so it's not the most uncomfortable position. Headroom is tight for an adult though. Look, my head is touching the roof. Here's a car that actually has more room in the very back seats compared to this. Click on the pop-out banner up there or scan the QR code on screen now to watch my review of that car. But look, I can actually improve the headroom because I can recline these back seats. And now it's actually much better. I'm okay back here. Won't want to go like for like 200 miles or something, but you know, 50 miles, no problem at all. And we've got things like cup holders and stuff there. What else we got? My own little window. And that's it. I'm impressed though, you know, especially for the money and the fact that it's a hybrid. So far this car is looking almost unbeatable, but here's a bit of an issue. Right. With 7 seats in place, you only have just over 100 litres of load space, which means, look at this. I mean, like, well, that doesn't even work, does it? So, will it shut? That didn't sound healthy. Will it shut with just one in it? Nope. Third time lucky. Yep, we won. Now, Peugeot 5008 plug-in hybrid, it has 3 times the load capacity with all 7 seats in place. Now, when you fold down the back row, look, that's really big. Oh, and look, we have a 12-volt socket. There is one in this car, it's here. There it is. Right, and then to fold down the middle row, it's quite a reach. Oh, bloody hell, I'm gonna have to go round. I wish it had, oh, the car's locked itself. I leant on the key. Shut up, you idiot! It's only me. You have to go round. No, wrong button. Who's the idiot now, hey? It's me, isn't it? But they do lie completely flat. Look at that, and they lock into place. It all feels very expensive, actually. Look, that's like blooming Audi, that is. Actually, that clicking sound wasn't a lock. You know what it was? It was the headrest being levered up. I thought it was locking in place like in an Audi Q7. This is what they do. That's nice, isn't it? Anyway, look, quite a flat low bed, pretty handy. See what's not handy though, when these rearmost seats are in place, where do I keep the charging cable? You have to put it under here, surely, but oh no, actually not, because under there is like some stuff. Have I broken this? Yeah. No. Oops. It's a musical instrument. James is dancing over there. Yeah, we've been eating some wild mushrooms. That's a good thing about filming here. Oh. Ah. Anyway, like I was saying, you can't put them under there. Just put it there. And that brings us to 5 annoying things about this car. Well, I love the full screen Android Auto and Apple CarPlay display. There is one slight issue. See those icons to control it? When you're actually sat in the driver's seat, the steering wheel blocks them, so you have to look around. That's not all. Let's say that you want to alter the climate control. You then have to swipe there like that to then press another button to access the climate control. Come on, that's just the fan speed, isn't it? Give me the full climate. Give me the full climate. Where is it? All of it. No, not that, not that. Where are you? Normally there. Okay, so you can use the voice commands if you want to, but wouldn't it be easier if you just had a knob to twiddle? Twiddly knobs. There's this weird noise coming from behind the dash, like a wind whistling sound, even though I'm stationary, and I've got the climate light turned off. Look, it's off. It's off. Hear that? It's very eerie. It's like I'm just like locked in some log cabin on some desolate hillside, and it's blowing a gale outside. Oh, it's just stopped. Well, it's great there's an opening sunroof. The problem with an opening sunroof is moving sunroof panels, and when you're driving along sometimes you get this noise as the panels move a little bit. It doesn't just happen on this car, it happens on other cars with opening sunroofs, but there we go. The rear view mirror has a weird distortion on it, so it makes things look further away than they actually are. It's a bit like being at the Hall of Mirrors at the theme park.
What the rock?
So I'm looking at this, look. Makes things just look much further away. In some ways you want it the other way around, you want to think they're closer, because if they're actually closer than you think they are, that's clearly more dangerous. It's just weird, it messes with your head and stuff. Look how big this rear window is, yet look how small this rear screen wiper is. Look, you can see how much you can actually wipe. Put it on! Look. Is that less than half of the rear window? It's not great, is it? Hey Lewis, do you fancy a massage?
Yes, please.
Okay, look at this. I can do it here. Press this button. Right. See that there? It's the massage function. Press that. I can choose different menus. Look, it says driver. So I've got these ones. How you feeling it?
I can't feel it.
Give me a hand. Don't worry. You would. What I was going to do with your hand. What's happening?
It's on you.
It's on me. So it says it's on the driver, it's on the passenger. The driver's seat doesn't have it for some reason. However, it's not all bad. At least your passenger can enjoy a massage. Plus, look, they can enjoy this as well. If I tilt this button here, I can go full relaxation mode. Obviously, you'd never be able to do this as the driver. I'm just going to chill with my massage in my business class seat. Have you ever been in business class, Lewis?
I have, yeah. Not as many times as you.
Shut up. Oh yeah, that's lovely. The Tiggo 8 comes with a 100,000 mile warranty which lasts for 7 years on the car and 8 years on the battery. You have a programmable favourite button on the steering wheel, so I've programmed it to look the surround view cameras. It also has like a transparent thing so you can see what's underneath you. You've got 3D effect, you can look around the car. I can make that semi-transparent, which it is now, completely see-through. Or you can have it just like filled in. Oh, it's so good on this. And if I press and hold that favourite button, you can actually configure it to these other things. Head-up display adjustment, rear view mirror adjustment. What are you talking about? Door mirrors. Actually, that's quite good. It's annoying that you can't do them with a physical button, but this is just so simple. I'm going to use that as this button now. That's the one to have saved. Let's save that because then I can just quickly control these mirrors. Yeah, that's perfect. You're perfect.
I don't know this yet.
I know. That's why I love you. You don't know it yet. It's obviously got low self-esteem. There's a special cabin filtration system that stops pollutants coming inside the cabin, and you can also select an ionisation function which will do things like remove pollen so you don't get kind of allergies while you're driving along. Also, I'll tell you the quality of the air outside and inside the car. Look, it's excellent, excellent. Thanks to good old European legislation, all cars have to come with default on setting for lane departure warning and speed limit warning whenever you restart the car. Thankfully in this car you can turn them off quite easily just by swiping down the screen then pressing the relevant button. I'll show you another good feature, look. Gas struts for the clamshell style bonnet, a bit like on a Range Rover. That's a premium feature, that is. Also, for some reason they've covered up the engine. Look, it's under here. Ooh, there's the engine. And then there's, that looks like hybrid-y gubbins there, doesn't it? Because this is the plug-in hybrid. First though, I'm going to tell you about the petrol. 1.6 litre turbo petrol, front wheel drive, and it has 147 horsepower. This plug-in hybrid has an 18 kilowatt hour battery pack, and you can charge it at up to 40 kilowatts on DC charging, not just AC charging, which is quite unusual for a plug-in hybrid and a really nice feature. And you can do over 50 miles on electric power alone. Now, the combined power output of this plug-in hybrid is 204 horsepower, because obviously you've got the electric motor and a 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine, combining together to drive the front wheels and give you a claimed 0 to 60 time of 8.5 seconds. But how quick is it in reality? Okay, I'm going to use my specialist timing gear to actually measure the speed. I'm going to go into sport mode.
Sport mode.
I'm just going to hold it on the brake and then just floor the throttle. That was interesting. It pulled off like an EV power alone. Very interesting. That was smooth. I didn't really feel the engine fire up, but it clearly did because we did 0 to 60 in 7.33 seconds. For front wheel drive, it actually put its power down really well. That was good. But what's it like when you're driving, you know, more realistic, kind of when you need a burst of power? Let's find out. I'm going to put the car into normal mode because this is how you can drive it most of the time. I want to see the pickup from 30, so you're just like, oh, driving along, when you're in business, and then you're like, oh, I really need to like zip ahead, find this gap in traffic or whatever. You know what it's like. Anyway, what's it like when I floor it? How long to get up to 70? 3, 2, 1, go. And that's it. So it's not rocket ship, but it's got sufficient performance. The plug-in hybrid version of the Chery Tiggo 8 weighs in at just over 1.9 tonnes, which is 250 kilograms more than the standard petrol. Yeah, 250 kilograms worth of electrical hybridization gubbins. Also, the car comes on mid-range Kumo tyres. So how will all that affect the car's braking performance? I'm going to do a brake test from 60 miles an hour to find out. So we're looking for a distance of around 35 metres. Anything more? Not so good. Anything less would be a bonus, but let's find out. Here we go. Entering the braking zone here. 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, stood on its nose. What did it do? 36 metres. So, okay. It's okay. It's not brilliant. It's okay. Now, what's not normally okay with these Chinese hybrids and electric cars is the braking feel, so when you're just trying to slow down gradually or gently, they can be a bit jerky. The brake pedal can feel inconsistent. So I want to see what the brake pedal feels like when you're just driving along normally. Have they got it sorted? Let's give it a go. To put this car to the test, what I'm going to do is take this bottle of water, put it in the cup holder with the lid open. The water bottle is full. I've got my phone nearby for a little bit of jeopardy. Now, we need the car to brake steadily. I'm going to do a number of different stops, and we want to make sure that no water comes out of there. Look, see how, see, and you have to tap that and water's coming out. You ready? Watch this. We've also got Lewis filming, and he will pass his verdict on how smooth my braking is. So this is like kind of like towny stuff, right? Around 20. Right, I'm going to brake.
Yeah, good.
All right, I'm going to do it from slightly faster. You know, like some car suddenly pulls out, but it's far away, so I don't need to brake like crazy. But that is smooth, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Right, I'm going to like go all in. Look, this is probably a bad idea in any car. I don't know if this is a fair test, but sod it, here we are. Sorry, Chery, if this falls over. Lewis has like got his hand out to try and catch it, but no, mate, you can't catch it. This has got to be smooth. This last bit has got to be oh, oh dear, sorry, Chery. We've got water in that hole there, and we've got a little river here. Would any car have passed that?
No.
Right, let's get out of the way. Some of the cars are coming. But I can do it now, watch. That, why? I think it was me, not the car.
Added weight of the bottle with more water in it.
More water at the top, maybe, Lewis, maybe it was that. I think I was just a bit jerkier. But it's smooth enough, isn't it, don't you think?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, they managed to get the brake pedal feeling okay. Now, one of the ways that Chinese cars often don't perform as well as their European competitors is in the feeling of their controls, the steering and the throttle pedal. What are they like on this Chery? So the throttle pedal feels totally natural, so the amount you press it is the amount of performance you get, so it's exactly what you're expecting, which may sound like obvious, but some manufacturers don't get that right. Chery have with the Tiggo 8, which is good news. What's less good news is the steering. So it has no feel at all and no weight to it. It's so light, which is fine in town, but when you're going quicker, you want to feel the car feels sturdy. This is too light. It feels a little bit kind of disconnected from the road, and you'd be driving along thinking, oh, I need to put it in sports mode then, don't I? And actually you're already in sports mode, and then you end up in eco, so you have to go back into sports mode and go, really? This doesn't feel like sports mode. No, it's not sport mode for the steering, my dear. It's definitely not. It's not totally dreadful, but it's not particularly pleasant. As a motoring journalist, steering feel really matters, because that's your biggest connection with the car to the road, and here you just don't feel that, and it means it doesn't feel quite supplanted. There's also another slight problem with the steering. If you're steering around a corner and you put your foot down when you're coming out of it, the wheels spin a bit. And then there's the other thing, that if you're just accelerating in a straight line, sometimes the steering wheel starts to hunt around a little bit, and that's because the front wheels are trying to find grip, and it's like sort of like steering you rather than you steering it. It's only minor, but you do notice it. And then there's a final thing to do with the steering. The problem is this, right? If you go over a bump like this with steering, you get a real clonk. I don't know if you saw the steering wheel then like shake. If you hit a bump or that, it really clonks to the steering wheel. So most of the time you're not feeling anything, and then when there's something bad to feel, it lets you feel that. It's a bit odd. Here, we're going to do it again. Look, probably around here. Look, is there a bump? And I'll put my foot down. There, can you see it kicking the steering wheel? I mean, that is a bit... An Audi wouldn't do that. A BMW wouldn't do that. But you wouldn't get a 7-seater BMW for 37 grand fully loaded. Can't have everything. And I think that's the problem with this car in a way, that when I look at it and I feel the materials, I'm thinking BMW, I'm thinking Audi, but the driving experience isn't. So the look of the car and the vibe it gives you is premium, but the driving experience is still in the budget domain. The driving experience is still in line with the pricing. It's just the rest of it is a total bargain. But despite the bargain price tag, this Chery Tiggo 8 has another good feature you'd normally expect to find on something like an Audi Q7. Check this out, right, look, we've got insulated windows there, so this is designed to reduce noise entering the cabin to make it more comfortable on longer journeys. But has it worked? In a way, it's a similar situation with like the handling, that I shouldn't be judging it on like the perceived quality and the design of the car, should judge it on the price point here. And yes, it offers the kind of levels of comfort and relaxation on a longer journey that I'd expect in a car from this price point. But I'm not sure how well those special windows are working because I'm getting a little bit of a sound around my ear hole. Probably won't pick it up on the mic. There's also a fair amount of road noise. It's not terrible. I mean, I'm doing 70 now, and like I'm not really raising my voice or anything. It's okay, it's adequate, you know, common phrase with this car. For the money, I'm not disappointed. The seats are comfortable enough. They are a bit firm, but not in an uncomfy way. What I'm less comfortable about is the whole claimed economy that you get on these plug-in hybrids. I mean, this is what it's supposed to be on this car. The reality though, this one is doing 52 mpg, which, do you know what? 52 mpg is not bad. It's not bad, is it? I just hate the blooming claimed range thing. It's just a bit of a red herring. So the economy's fine. And what you can do is just obviously charge it at home and then just run in electric only mode. I can't actually tell when the blooming petrol engine's in. That's a good sign. It means it's smooth. That's electric only mode. Put my foot down. So do you tell the engine kicking in then?
No.
You just can't, can you? When you're going slowly in town, you can. You hear it go, but generally. Another thing is the suspension. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily firm, but it's a little bit fidgety at times. The car's always like moving around just a little bit, can't fully settle. Like premium cars feel like they're sucked down onto the road, and many European cars as well, even like Skodas and stuff, are like onto the road. This doesn't. It feels a little bit like, oh, hello, hey, what's going on? It's not terrible, but it just doesn't give you the confidence to really rip it along. But I mean, are you gonna? You've got a car full of kids. Being a 7-seater, obviously this is a big car, which could put some people off. So just how easy is it to like drive in tight spaces and round town? Well, for starters, visibility is good. You sit up high, the dash is quite low, so the view forward is brilliant. Huge door mirrors as well, really good. The only issue is that odd rear view mirror. I don't know why they did that. You know what, Chery, if you're watching this, get that sorted for the European market, because Europeans aren't gonna like this. We're just not used to that kind of like effect on a rear view mirror. You can really hear the pedestrian warning noise, can't you, inside the car, which is a bit annoying. Okay, let's do a 3-point turn. I love the way that pops up. I can make it go away by pressing the button on the steering wheel and then make it big to see more like that, and then just UE. There's a car park there now, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get round. The turning circle is 11.2 metres, which is kind of average for this kind of car. I've got my angles right or wrong. Come on, this is where the tech is just sorted. Right, if I can make this is just banging. Make it, make it, make it, make it, make it. Oh, I love having the distance on there. Thank you, Chery. I would not have done that without this camera system. I would not have given it a go. Lovely. Yeah, supercar to drive in town. Very easy. The tech is there to help. So then, what's my final verdict on the Chery Tiggo 8? Should you avoid it, consider it, shortlist it, or just go right ahead and buy it? Well, if you want a 7-seater plug-in hybrid that looks premium but doesn't have a premium price, just go right ahead and buy the Chery Tiggo 8. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.